Unmute myself, then you won't hear me at all because I am a professional content creator. I do this for a living, and that's why I'm so great at it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Rev Screws Up the intro to another live stream. How are y'all doing today? Good bit to talk about. Hello, Formation Armadas, friend Armadas, as I like to call them, because you can do them with friends, even friends outside of your own alliance, which is cool. Also, we've got updates to the artifact gallery. We got updates to Formation Armadas themselves, plus a plethora, wide selection, buffet, if you will, of events. And that is, yeah, all happening right now. So, yeah, it's good, right? Like, we like that. We're happy to have options. I personally am. I know not everybody likes full calendars. I have always been of the mind that I would much rather have a full calendar that I make decisions on not to do certain events than to have nothing to do and just be plitter plattering around doing jack diddly kumquat. So personally, I love these full calendars. This is what I think, from my just kind of talking to people, I think most people like, but granted, it's not everybody, but it's just, you know, there's a mining event that comes on, don't even worry about it. But Armada events, I've been doing those. Artifact gallery, I'll be doing that. Clear the coast, I'm only gonna do that because it's battle pass. But oh my gosh, I hate that event so much. We got our do 100 researches if you're free to play event in a week. Do 100 researches if you're a free to play. You got 1 week to do them. That's a lot. That's a lot. But hey, there are rewards, and rewards are pretty decent. I've looked at the various brackets based on talking to y'all, because if y'all remember, I no longer have the ability to see, neither do you, what each event is for each bracket, because Star Trek Fleet Command took away the events page on STFC.space. What awful, awful decision making. But anyway, you're almost halfway done. Nice meme. I've done 9. As you can see, I've done 9, including a prime, by the way. One of those I did is a prime, just not one of the prime that counts, because I didn't buy a prime. I had a free prime that I am researching. It is, yeah, actually, I think I finished it. I finished my free prime. Let me click into here real quick and double check. But I actually got my second free territory prime yesterday. Yep, there it is. Prime PvP. I got it. So this is my second free one. I've got one more free one to earn. It'll take me another, what, 3 months, 4 months. And it is prime capture node damage. So there we go. There we go. Plenty of things to do, plenty of research for me to go through. What honestly comes up being a problem is, you know, blowing through a lot of speed ups and stuff. So how's everybody doing? How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel? Ghost off? I'll answer in just a second. How does everybody else feel about today so far? How's everybody else feel about the day so far? And hopefully you're doing well. To answer your question, Gustavo, once you have a level 40 plus treasury, so this becomes level 40 plus, you will start getting, so let me click on this one right here. I can't click for 4 hours, but this, see where it says bonus prime particles? Once you're level 40 plus on your level of your treasury, you will start getting prime particles every day, 8 a day. So put it right at like 130-ish days or whatever to get each prime unlocked. So you can't do 4 armadas called server war. We're in a server war, Matt, and we're still doing them. You just gotta, you know, go hard for it. But I can get that could slow a lot of people down. 100% understand that. But we're still trudging through. We're just being very picky about when and where we're going to do them. But yeah, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. It can be tricky though, but it takes a lot of coordination and making sure that you have warriors there, not just, you know, regular folks. You're home with the flu? I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry. Now, one thing that'll help you, Matt, and this is one of the updates they made, so if y'all aren't aware of this, I'm here to inform you because that's part of my job. They did poll players. They told me and DJ they were going to poll, and we didn't get super crazy excited about it because y'all know what happened last month. But I did tell y'all that the people that were calling for this poll were not like community managers. This was actually coming from the team itself. And now Formation Armadas went from a 15-minute timer down to a 10-minute timer. And that is a pretty significant change. It does help a lot of y'all. And one of the reasons it's going to help a lot, in my opinion, is let's say you are at war. And Matt, talking about being at war. Well, cloaking is really, look, I know cloaking is usually tied to PvP. To me, cloaking really only has value in today's game when it comes to armadas when you're at war. That's the only real time I personally use them. Well, my cloak on my Defiant lasts 8 minutes and 42 seconds. That's just an example of a ship that I have cloaking on. Now, obviously the Defiant's a paid cloak, but you know, you could bring out, here, I'll switch to my Burrell and show my Burrell's cloaking because I did not get it from my Pylum in the last event store. But if I bring out my Pylum, here's my Pylum. My Pylum's cloak is 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So it makes it easier to get in there and cloak and have everybody just sitting and, you know, waiting. Which timer, again, adjustment done. I think that's an improvement. So you still have the opportunity for PvP because like we're at war, so we want to go smash their formation armadas, right? Like we want to make sure that we're hindering their progress. At the same time, they have the opportunity to do the reverse. But it definitely makes things a little bit easier for both sides, I guess. Like if you're going to PvP, you got to actually be paying attention and looking. If you're trying to avoid the PvP, shorter timer is always better. And then just from the mathematical standpoint of you go from being able to do 4 formation armadas in an hour to now being able to do 6, which more is better if you have the directives. That doesn't help the directive sourcing, but that's still an issue. But anyway, I see rewards for assist the Federation. Sure. High. Where we go, right down here. You can see I have not done it, and I won't do it, honestly. Talk about events I've been skipping. I skipped the one about killing Klingons. I'll be skipping the one about killing Romulans. So I have quite a few questions for you. Hope you can help. Well, Timothy, depends on what the questions are. We'll try. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you. See, we're just now discovering about faction rep in Armadas, so we're working on that. What do you mean, Bobby? Because like, I don't really use faction rep or Armadas for faction rep grinding. Like that's not really something I focus on. So why not go to the amalgam survey systems? I just don't want to do it. Simple as that. The rewards are fine, but I don't want to go do the grind. Simple answer. I know there's an option to do it. I just don't want to do the grind. I would rather do other things. And that's where the whole choice thing comes in. I like having options. I'm not saying I don't need par steel and ore. I do, but I am making enough without doing every event that's coming out where I'm not pressing, like I'm not hurting. I'm not worried about it. Only took 2 heavy traders. That's fine, Joseph. I just don't want to do it. Just don't want to do it. So call you Tim. I'll be honest, Timothy. I'm not going to remember that because I meet so many people. You remember that this YouTube page reaches between 75 and 85,000 individual people a month. So I'm just going to read your name off because that's how I'm going to remember you. And I'm not trying to say that offensively. I'm not gonna be able to remember to call you Tim. So just letting you know. Lucky Hammerpool, congrats, Major Sam. That's huge. Hammer obviously is one of my main go-tos, and I actually use him for full synergy on Strange New Worlds. So, bam. You see I'm using him on this particular crew with Q below decks. So that is awesome. Congratulations. Even at tier 1, a useful officer. Even at tier 1. I need to do my refineries. I keep forgetting. Get sidetracked real quickly. Does it make sense to get both the Pylum and the Newton or just one? Robert, I'll be honest. I think that there's an argument, depending on what type of player you are and how you do your progressions. I think there's an argument to get 2 of each type at every tier. Now, that's obviously an expensive idea, but it depends on how much you're trying to, be efficient in and what things you're trying to be efficient at. Because if your goal as a player is to be the best player that you can be for solo armadas, PvP, etc., more is better. If your goal is to be a higher level player, which is a legitimate goal, like your goal doesn't have to just be the best 46. If your goal is simply to get as high in ops as you can because you want to unlock, Vorcha and Sompek and stuff like that down the road, then getting 2 is not advantageous to you, especially being a Newton, because you're going to spend a very important resource or on upgrading battleships. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're making your decision making. It doesn't make it a bad decision, just something to decide what is the playstyle that you want to go for and what fits you. So your goal is just trying to survive. That's fair. Good to see you, Shane. I know you did a video where you ranked the primes last year, but can you tell us your rankings have changed since then? I mean, not really. I mean, there's a couple of other good ones that have come out, but they don't like drastically change or anything. I think it's still a good baseline to go by. Obviously, it's a good and a bad thing. This game, updates content and does stuff so often that it's a lot of content I'm going to put out a year or 2 later is going to be outdated to an extent. I think at its core, it still has good value, but videos like that, it can 6-12 months. They need to be remade. So, hey Josh, thank you, appreciate you. Any point in getting 2 of the level 34 ships, or should I be happy with my Enterprise? I love having 2, Gustavo. When I went through the process, I loved it. I think with solo armadas, especially in the upper 30s, I was actually talking to somebody who supports the channel. They're level 37 right now, but they haven't even gotten a single epic. One big issue, we talked about solo armadas and how important they are for the game and how much they can really improve your gameplay with the Bajoran favors and stuff like that. Well, you got the 35 armadas, and then the 30, and then the 40s are a pretty significant jump above that. And then if you want to go even further, it's another big jump to get to the what's the next one? The 46 that's 46 system. Having 2 epics makes it to where you can punch up a lot higher, which results in more loot. That loot is important because the 35s and the 40s don't really provide any edicts. So there are 2 in the Bajoran faction. There are 2 kind of bottlenecks of currency in the 30s. You don't get really many edicts at all, and you don't get many diplomacy tokens. They're difficult to get, or more difficult. They come in smaller quantities. But if you have multiple epics, you can punch up to higher level armadas that you normally weren't able to do. And if you have 2 epics, you can take down that 40 versus that 35, and you're going to be able to exchange your uncommon loot exchange much quicker, which means you're going to hit it every time it's available. And that means that you're going to get guaranteed diplomacy tokens, which is going to help you if you're trying to unlock the Defiant or if you're spending on something else. And it's also going to just speed up your general acquisition of favors. So yeah, I think that a lot of value in that idea, but you could be one of those players that is already ready to go to the next level, and that would slow you down. So it depends on your account. I'm a big proponent of having multiple variants of each tier, or at least go 2-1-2-1. So that means you could do Valdor and Katinga and then just get the Pylum, or you could do Pylum and Newton and just have the Valdor. I think it's a good idea. Now, with the Defiant and the Talios tearing up so well in the 40s, in the 40s, the Defiant and the Talios are really, really, truly good ships. You can, make a decision to maybe go in a slightly different direction, just base it on what you prefer. But generally speaking, really good value overall. So it's a good idea. I like it. And you can run it if you'd like to. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Also, real quick, before we get too deep into it, because I know there are people who come and listen to the podcast, or the podcast. This is a podcast. This is a live stream. This is the live stream after it airs. I want to go over real quickly the changes that they made to the various items in the content this month, the various features. So first, we're going to take a look at the formation armadas. Real simple, real basic thing. What they've changed here is these now have a 10-minute timer versus a 15-minute timer. That's obviously a pretty big deal. That's a to me a fantastic change. It was a balance. There was me and DJ were actually talking to Scopely, and we were debating the value of when the timer should be. DJ was like, hey, we should knock it down to maybe even 7 minutes. I'm like, I don't know about 7, because one thing I found, not just from the Rev wants to PvP argument, but also from the coordination argument, you do have to do a little bit of coordination when it comes to setting these up, especially if your alliance is at war and stuff. So I do think having a few more minutes can be critical in terms of that. But knocking this down is obviously a 50% reduction, and a literal 50%, not one of those Scopely efficiency 50%. It's a real 50% reduction. So I think that was nice. So these are now 10 minutes to launch. So you can, if you had the directives, do 6 in an hour instead of 4. I think that's a fantastic improvement. The next thing they changed was how the artifact gallery itself works. Now, let me explain how they made changes to the artifact gallery, because there's a couple things that they made changes to. You'll see that I've been leveling mine up. Yay, leveling up our gallery. Why are you retrieving? Sorry, friends and family. Why are you retrieving exactly? What is this? And why is it retrieving? Why is it retrieving? Anyway, JM says I would like a prompt the alliance gets, asking like, who would you like this armada? Well, you do get a prompt, JM. It posts in your alliance chat when armada has been launched. But okay, anyway, any reason to hold artifact gallery upgrades? To me, no. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. I don't know why, but anyway, there we go. That's also going to help from our artifact hunt. I don't know why it's screaming retrieving. And I'm assuming this is the level 1 through 34, and this is my 45 through 49, because I have been leveling up. But let me go over the changes. So originally, here's the chart we have. Originally, these were tied to how far you could upgrade them, were tied to the level of the artifact gallery. Here's why that's important. The artifact gallery meant that even if you had gotten the shards for something, like for example, Mud's Andorian helmet, which look on the screen, I'll put up in the background. You can see here in, you'll see it on the screen in a second, but this is one of the rare ones. But this would have meant that I wouldn't have been able to actually unlock this until level 25 of the building. Can you see how that'd be annoying? And that's not the only one that they actually did an update on, because actually one of the ones that I have unlocked was a level 25. So actually, if you look on this sheet, it says Janeway's coffee mug. Janeway's coffee mug used to require the artifact gallery itself to be level 25 to even unlock. But I now have Janeway's coffee mug. So what they did is now there is still a hard cap. The hard cap is now tier 4. So my artifact gallery is level 14. I'm about to take it to level 15 because I just pulled those tokens. So now what that means is the highest I can take Janeway's coffee cup is tier 4 unless I get to a level 25 artifact gallery. Then I can take it above that. So what it did is the change now allows you to unlock building or unlock these, to me, they're collectibles, but they're also research. To unlock these research before you actually have the building to the level that is their peak requirement. So I think that's a good change. It means that you're not just sitting around waiting for this building to update for forever. You get some immediate benefit, but there is still a little bit of a cap to how high they can go until you level up your artifact gallery. So I think that's good. I think that's overall an improvement to the artifact gallery. I think that makes things better. I think it makes it easier for players to, get the bonuses they're looking for, and also incentivizes you to actually do them. Because right now, if you're just sitting there waiting on your building level up, that's pretty boring. It's pretty boring. Now, Jonathan, you are right that unlocking them counts as research because they are research. I mean, this is, when I talk about all the little complaints that Rev has about little things like power creep. Well, this is just a more, cool version of that. I truly do love the artifact gallery because it's If you play this game because you are a Star Trek fan, you should love this, because these are all very lore friendly, lore accurate researches. Like Crusher's Hypo Spray gives you like a breakdown of episode and where it was in the show, and I love that. It is extremely thematic. Sure, it's providing bonuses that we already have, technically contributing to what I consider a problem in power creep. But in terms of Star Trek, this is a very Star Trek fun lore friend. Like, I don't honestly care as much about the bonuses. Sure, I want the bonuses. I'm not saying I don't want the bonuses, but what I enjoy is the lore and the theme of everything I have. So that's dope. Like, I have the Orb of Prosperity, I have Janeway's Coffee Mug, and I have the Ammonite Fossil. You get this one for free through the mission this month. You get this one, well, I mean, you get all of them through doing the actual formation armadas and getting the artifacts, but I've gotten Janeway's Coffee Mug and the Orb of Prosperity, and I just think it's really cool. I mean, the coffee mug, you get to talk about Voyager, and you talk about Janeway needing to find a lithium so she can have her replicator making coffee, you know? I think that's a great way to introduce something new, and I get that not everybody is as hardcore of a Trekkie as I am, even though we're in a Star Trek game, but I still think that this is the type of stuff I'd love when they introduce. This is fantastic. Bobby, the artifact gallery opens up at level 26. Yeah, level 26, I think. I think it's level 26. I can go back and... Does this one tell us? This just actually lists how to do it. I think it's 26. I have to go back and double check. But it's a mid-20s, early 30s. Everybody has access to the content type of thing. So, yeah. Enterprise gave away like 20 kgs of coffee as trade. Hey, coffee's always been a pretty hot trade commodity. So anyway, those are the two big changes that have happened. I think both of them are improvements to the game overall. You've got a shorter timer to the formation armadas, and now you have an improved artifact gallery that lets you actually use and collect the artifacts and get them into your game before the former level requirements. I think that's great. Now let me read off exactly what Eco said just so that y'all can see it. This is the official announcement. I know not everybody uses Discord, which is completely A-okay. Everybody does not have to use Discord. I'm not making you. You can if you do, because you've got my Discord in the comment section below where we also post all of this information. But here is the announcement. Today we released some changes to Artifacts and Artifact Gallery. Unlocking artifacts is now based on Ops level, not the Artifact Gallery building levels. That means if there is an artifact that was level 25, like Janeway's coffee cup, you can now unlock it as a level 25 player instead of needing a level 25 artifact gallery. Now, all artifacts available for Commander's Ops level will be available in the new version of the Restoration Bundle. So they updated the bundles themselves to make sure that you could get everything available to your level. The original Premium Artifact Bundle will still be available until the end of the update. So that's what I was stuck on retrieving, is the original versus how the new one is set up. The reason for these adjustments, so everyone can get more artifacts that will match where you're at your progression faster. Artifacts will still have the artifact gallery requirement when leveling up, but as soon as an artifact is unlocked and up to level 4, commanders will be able to utilize the benefits immediately. So again, that level 4 requirement that's where the hard limit is, where if you just keep a tier 1 artifact gallery, the highest they can go is level 1. But yeah, there's your change. And now, chat, I'll jump in and start reading comments again and see what y'all think. Hey, Sapphire, good to see you. How was Amsterdam today? Is it beautiful as I assume it is? Is it as beautiful as I assume it is? Good to see you as well, Stabby. How you doing? Is the ISS Yellow ever going to come back to the store? I'm feeling miserable with Armada turn-ins. I'm now well on my way to my second Enterprise. Greg, don't forget you've also got Armada turn-ins. You've got 3-star territories and the event every month. And I don't know if it'll be in the next event store or not, but keep in mind, the next event store we don't expect to happen for months. So we don't expect to happen for months. We still get the Desealing Rod and the Overflow even if you miss just one day. That depends month to month, Rebellion. Some Arc Runners build in like a oopsie day. Some do not. I don't know if this month is or not. I haven't asked. I'll just be honest. I've not asked. Your alliance doesn't have a jelly territory? Well, Greg, all I can say then is either get an alliance that does, or you just got to be patient and really try when the event rolls around. That's all I can really say. it sucks. That obviously slows you down a little bit. But I mean, there are multiple ways to source the ISS jelly. And, you know, kind of what Zolarton said. Look, I say this, and this isn't me downing alliances, because I realize not everybody can be top 5, top 10. But I'm a firm believer that you should be in the highest level alliance that you can possibly be, for reward's sake and everything else. I mean, I joined IA. Now I help IA. I do armadas with them. I help defend the territories and stuff. I participate as an alliance member, but I wanted to be here because of the rewards, because of the options, because I would have more, which actually means I personally spend less. So you can actually call me like an IA mooch. So thank you, IA, for letting me mooch. That's why I'm here. And the higher level you're in, the better rewards you're going to get, the easier your monthly grind is, and also the more opportunities you have. So like if I need an ISS jelly, bam, every 3-star territory has one now. And the booty of Anubis, I call this the Anubis layout. The booty of Anubis has got jelly BP. So that's that. I mean, and also keep in mind that because I'm in a higher level alliance, we run more armadas. It's just what we do. We do more armada. What? Sorry. What? Excuse you? Okay. That's random. I'm gonna go there just out of curiosity. I've not run one of those in years. Okay. Got my ISS jelly from Armada chest. It can be done, but now retired as I have a Valdor. I mean, honestly, the ISS jelly is only needed to build it. Literally, the ISS jelly is just for building, so that you can get the ISS jelly brawl event, and after that, doesn't honestly matter what you do with it. Doesn't matter what you do. You just needed to build it. So, oh, Adam, you dork. When you raid a base, sometimes your ship has a cargo go fully green with 3 small boxes. Then sometimes it's partially green with the OPC part white with no green boxes. Is there a difference? Seth, if you go into the cargo right here, a little bit behind me, you could be using an officer like Strange New World La'an below decks that doesn't properly display. But green means that you're completely maxed out on cargo. White means that you're not maxed out on cargo. So that's a simple answer to that. Sounds like you're not maxed out on cargo. Prime Particle Daily Drip, where do I use it? The Territory research tree. There are 3 primes that you can get in the Territory research tree. Let's see a tag. I want to make sure I check this in case it's not like an emergency with the kids or something. Hold on, let me check my text message. Oh, actually, it's somebody being very, very kind to me and my family. Thank you. Let me give a shout real quick. Don't let me forget what we were talking about, but Frank, thank you so much. Frank actually just donated $25 to help support me and my children. So I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm going to add that to the list. It's going to actually update right up here. I appreciate it. You are wonderful. I can't do what I do without people who donate. So thank you. That really means a lot. Now, all these questions I'm answering, that only happens because people like Frank. So thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. So anyway, let me show you in the territory tree real quick, just so I answer that question. If you come to the territory tree, the prime particle drip is for prime protected cargo, prime PvP, and then scroll just a little bit and prime capture no damage right here. This is what you use the prime particles on. So you get 3 free primes once you hit level 40 on your treasury building. And once you have that, you can start, you know, a little over a year, you'll get all those primes for free, which is nice. So, which is nice. Cool vid and beard. Well, thank you, Reaper. I appreciate it. I have been growing out the beard, and sadly, somebody actually sent me in the mail a beard care box, but sadly, I don't know who sent it, but I have a whole box that have got me some new beard oil and stuff. So whoever sent that, a big thank you to them. But sadly, it is it's not. I didn't get any information. It was just a box. So I appreciate it. How high do you tier your Cerritos? All the way. All the way. So. And Pedro, I'm happy to answer any questions I can. Shout out to Server 45. I don't know if I can shout out Server 45 though. Like, is Server 45 even good? Like, I'm just giving away free shout outs here. What if Server 45 is actually trash? I don't know. Are they trash or are they good? You tell me. You tell me. Are they trash or are they good? I mean, We're cool. I mean, our one person for Server 45 says they're cool. So maybe it's true. Oh, lost. See, lost in the lag. That's 2. Ass mouse. All right, look, I love y'all. But like I told Timothy earlier, see, Tim? I remembered your name. Like I told Timothy earlier, it's tough to remember individuals. I've got, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got 14 DMs just since I started streaming. It's tough to remember individual people, so I don't know who Mouse is. Oh, man. Malachi, you could use a Beard Love box. Hey, here's what I tell people. If you dedicate 80 hours a week to busting your butt, streaming, making videos, and talking to people, you too can basically be a minimum wage worker who gets gifts into their P.O. box every now and then. I have no regrets. Just letting you know, the path is available to you. Does the territory ever reset? Nope. It resets when there's a merge. When there's a merge, it'll reset. But other than that, no, they don't do a territory reset. Oh wait, I need to do Stella. There we go. Hey Ryan, how are you doing? How'd you get the 4-star refinery extra pull? What do you mean, PS? What do you mean? I mean, I've just got my standard pulls. I've also got primes. But I've just got the standard pulls. What? Why are we doing Doomsday Armadas? I'm so curious. Like, I'm here, I'm doing them, but why? Why are we doing these? Is there a reason? Armada damage event, but these don't really pay out anything in damage. I'm also using like a Burrell. What am I, level 32 again? I mean, these don't really do much damage. I mean, the ones that do the most damage, FYI, for the Armada damage, SLB, are expansion cubes. Those are the ones that you can really get stupid high points on. Solo Armadas do actually a pretty good amount as well. But expansion cubes are, if you can get your alliance to run them, is probably the meta, most effective tactic available. So, you think we'll see 6-star this year? I do. I do. But I've been saying that for months. Unless you spend directives you have no use for at all. I mean, I guess. Go for it. I'm there. I'm there. It's just, it was random, okay? I was caught. I was taken aback even. I wasn't prepared. I'm not used to seeing it. So, yeah, that's all it is. Rev was not prepared. Rev wasn't prepared. Even from 188 here. I used to play on 189 back in the day. Will 6-star appear on a roadmap before entering the game, or just randomly show up with no peak at ships or anything? Probably randomly show up with no peak. Probably randomly show up. Draco, you've been around a long time. How often do they hype a new ship before it's available? Like, how often do they show you a new ship is coming? They never hype that stuff. So, if they do that, cool. I would prefer that. I mean, I would prefer they like, hey, we're releasing this in 6 months, and these are some of the things it's going to look like. And hey, give your opinions. But yeah. You remember that the only reason I'm excited for 6-star coming out is because I'll finally be able to go into 5-star. I could have sworn G5 was on a roadmap. They weren't even doing roadmaps when G5 was released. Because that was 2 years ago. And they started doing roadmaps maybe right at the end of that. But they've not been doing roadmaps for like 3 or 4 years or anything. Do you used to suggest spending officer shards ASAP or wait for events ASAP? I don't wait for that stuff. Just do it. Just get in there and do it. Can you show me the level 50 hat you have and how'd you get it? It's custom made. It was custom made. I mean, I can put it on my merch store if you want me to. If you send me a message on Discord, I will make it into a custom hat you can get on my merch store. But that was actually a custom made hat. So, they didn't even let us know that level 40 lock was being lifted in our server. I tried to announce that, Gustavo, like that recently happened to server 109, and I was able to help push that and make it happen. So I went and announced it for them. But unless I get told it's happening or I like really push for a server to get opened up, it just happens when it happens. Hey, Benjamin, how you doing? How you doing, Benjamin? Good to see you. On purpose, never. Accidental leaks are surprisingly common. This is true, meme. Like, accidental leaks do happen, but we're just speaking generally. No, Scopely doesn't let you know that they're going to release, 9 new faction ships and a whole new system. So 6-star kind of makes sense in the whole new Delta Quadrant. Look, it's funny because earlier in the stream, we actually just gave them a huge, like, we patted them on the back for being lore friendly, but think about this. This isn't lore friendly. I mean, it's game friendly, but look, no matter where you're living in space, this is the Alpha Quadrant / Beta Quadrant. It's hilarious, y'all, that to get to the Delta Quadrant takes 2 minutes. What was the entire point of Voyager? Like the 7 seasons of Voyager. 2 minutes. Now, I get in the game, you couldn't travel there and it'd be 7 years. But it's still like, I gave them a lot of credit for being lore friendly with the artifacts. But that's not lore friendly at all. You go through a wormhole? Yeah, we go through a wormhole. Right. Yeah. Logic. Again, I just don't think that was really well thought out. Oh, man. Anyone else having issues with the 4 Armada damage event? Many of my lines too high for 35s, but too low for the 40s due to the big gap. I'm not having any trouble, but that's just speaking generally. All right, if we're doing these, I'm sending a bigger boat. I don't know why I still have the Burrell out of all things. Bringing the Burrell home. I'm bringing the Burrell home. All right, so let's go over here. Just trying to get my grind on and finish my battle pass for that. That's always my focus every day is finish my battle pass. And then we're going to do some formation armada stuff a little bit later. Y'all can understand why I'm a little bit hesitant to do it on stream. So also I do have to give a quick shout out. Yo, Jack, thank you. We had another person who came through supporting the channel. I can only do what I do because of people like Jack and Frank. Jack just donated $5. I'm going to update it here on the list up top. Thank you so much, Jack. I really do appreciate this. So a huge thank you. This matters a lot to me, and just a genuine, sincere thank you. Do we have armadas in the Gamma Quadrant? There's no Gamma? Wait. Yes. Yes. What are you talking about, Tenacious? What you talking about? Swap. There we go. I'll pile them out now. Level 40 Armada can be done with 43 million power and Cerrito support. Y'all know how I feel about the whole power argument. I think it's so stupid. The power doesn't matter. I mean, there are people saying that, hey, you need 35,000 or 35% for Armadas. We've done it with 15 and 20%. It depends on what ship. Depends on what ships you're bringing and what officers and what crews. But generally, yeah, sure. You need 35 to 45% of the power. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Good to see you. I was trying to get on STFC.space and got no answer, but what resources am I going to need from 40 to 42? Lots and lots and lots of ore. Honestly, if you're trying to calculate your building costs, Spox.club is the best place to do that. Spox Club is the best place to do that if you're trying to do cost calculation, not STFC.space. And now that Scopely is kind of ruining STFC.space, I'm less excited about it anyway. Yeah. But Spox Club is great. June Bree is a fantastic content creator. One of the ones that, does all this awesome stuff in the background that so few people actually get to know who they are and meet them. They are in my Discord. We actually got to help kind of like beta launch that and really push it out. They had made it and it had been available for months. Like Spox Club wasn't new, but it wasn't, I guess, widely known. And we did some hardcore testing early on with my Discord to make sure that it, the website could handle the load, and JB was kind enough to involve me in that, and then it launched. Now so many people use it, and it is so useful. It is so helpful, and I'm very glad that it is a tool that we all have right now, because oh man, like what I'm about to say, I have no issues at all with Ripper. I love her. Ripper is actually a legitimate friend. Like, we play games outside of Star Trek Fleet Command. But man, God, I selfishly hate that he sold the site to Scopely, because the first time that they took full control, they jacked it up. So I selfishly hate that he sold it. At the same time, if I was him, I would have done the same things. Like, I'm not mad at him at all. It's just like I'm frustrated with Scopely. All of my frustration is Scopely derived. So didn't take them long to mess it up. Well, that's the thing, John. Like, we're calling it broken and messed up. I don't honestly think that they messed up. I think they did everything intentionally. I think they did it on purpose, personally. I could be very wrong, but I think they did it on purpose. After 2 years of playing straight, I decided to take a huge break because of the grind to rise to the next ship at 42. See, Javier, that's surprising, because getting there now is actually, I mean, I'd honestly call it easy. It's no longer the grind it used to be. But everything's still a grind, right? You know, everything's relative. Everything's relative. All right, how close am I done to finish? Moving the events page was on purpose. Messing up filters for the missions and stuff was not. See, Meme, I'm actually curious if the filters wasn't also, because they seem to really want to lock down as much information as possible on what you know about the economy of the game each month. I don't know, man. I think that they kind of go hand in hand, because the missions are still there. But some of the filters, like what you actually get from missions and how you can find certain things, have suddenly disappeared. I tend to think that was on purpose too. The only thing I think that was an accident is now you got multiple, like you got the Valdor showing twice. Like, I don't think that was intentional. Like, it's now showing as a 42 and a 44 chip. I think that was a mess up. But look, maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. But literally everything to do with the economy is now missing? That's too coincidental to me. Now, the fact that the old, beta 4-star ships are showing up, the commons, and that the 42s and 44s are now like a weird thing. Sure, maybe that's a problem, but, yeah. Yeah. They did ask, if I remember, and Draco, you're here, if you're still here. I don't know how many other VIPs that we have in the chat. They did reach out to ask the VIPs about feedback for FCFC.space. And I'm curious if any of our VIPs are still here, what y'all have said. Like, have y'all really screamed and beaten them over the head with how much you hate that? But yeah, conspiracy theorist Rev, believe that was intentional. Harder to complain about events giving less if we can't see what old events gave us. But they never, that's the thing, they never give a let. Like, they don't reduce events. But I think it's more of an issue is, here's what I think. How's one become a VIP? Norma spend a lot of money. When I mean a lot of money, I'm talking deep 5 digits a year. I don't think they honestly care if you know how much you get in an event. What I think they care about, here's why I believe they took it away. My personal opinion. Here's why I think they did it. I think they did it because they don't want you to know exactly how much you can get in a month, which then mentally maybe opens you up more to spending on a pack. I think that's what it is. I honestly don't think they care, because they're never going to make an event pay out less one month than it did the last month. Like, they're not going to intentionally do that, but they probably don't want you to know how much exactly you're making so you can make plans to avoid spending. That's what I think it comes down to. They don't want, like, if they know that this mission gives you 5 officer shards, but instead they want you to buy the pack that can get you to do it, or if you know for a fact, hey, this next month I've calculated I'm going to get 15,000 ore, but instead it becomes more of a mystery and you have to be more inclined to purchase it. I think that is what it's about. Personally, that's just me conjecturing, speculating. I think it's more about long term. They want uncertainty to make it to where you are more likely to buy a pack. I think that's what it boils down to. They don't want you to know the brackets. They don't want you to know your long-term resource earnings. They want it to be a little bit more ambiguous, a little bit more of an unknown, to hopefully incentivize buying a pack. How do you become a VIP? Just like I told Norma, spending a butt ton of money. Generally, the amount is 25 to 35,000 is how much we've been able to deduce. That's usually a person's yearly spending minimum to become a VIP. You need a tinfoil hat? I mean, sure, Steve. I'm just saying, like, I've worked with them for years, and that is my educated opinion, having worked with Scopely for many years. That's what I think it is. And I could be wrong. I could 100% be, like, they could be listening to this and go, Rev, you're an idiot. This has nothing to do with it. We literally just, you know, effed up. And maybe they did. But in 4 years working with this company, over 4 years now, I no longer err on the side of oopsie. I err on the side of intent. So that's just my personal opinion. For example, the Vidar is one thing I never spent a cent on because I knew exactly how long it would take for each tier. Yeah, there you go. And hell, I wouldn't even say Vidar is something even a newer server should spend on, but I can see why. Elder, good to see you. Art of Balance, there's nothing else I have to update you with incursions yet. They haven't given us a launch date. So, haven't given us a launch date. Makes so much sense. Have done a state of the game at all? Haven't done a state of the game in months. Y'all can, if y'all really want another state of the game, y'all just start bugging Eco about it, because me and DJ have tried to chase him down multiple times, tried to schedule it, yada, yada, yada. So I just asked my rep what I've spent on day of the game. Curious what they say. The 25 to 30 seems legit. Again, Draco, that's just me getting a rough idea based on who I've talked to over the years. And the fact that I've brought them, like, again, I'm not calling anybody out, so I'm not using any names, but I've definitely brought them people who were spending 5 to 15,000 a year who got told not enough yet. So, and there could be other reasons for that, maybe. I mean, I don't work for Scopely, so I can only take what I see and what experiences I have and base it off that. But like, I've brought them people who were spending, you know, hundreds in a month, and that wasn't enough. So, to be perfectly frank, the CMs have been more noticeable by their absence lately. I wouldn't raise an eyebrow to hear someone new was coming in. Gabe or Viper, there's nobody new coming in that I'm aware of. There is somebody new coming in that has nothing to do with the CMs. Hey, hey, good to see you. Hey, thank you for gifting a sub or gifting a membership to the chat. Black Salon, congratulations. You are now subscribed, which means you're going to get special emotes, special color next to your name, make you stand out, make you more important than everybody else. Appreciate you, Hank. You're always so kind. And I hope the help I gave you yesterday is helping. Hope the help I gave you yesterday is helping. But, yeah. You know why La'an is not Strange New World officer sourcing? Just because she's not. I don't have any answer besides that. So I don't have a good answer for you. I don't have a good answer. So, let's see. What you say makes sense. I think you're right. They look for ways to increase profits. And of course, every game does, right? Like, I don't have an issue with scope and making a profit, but I still believe that you can be profitable and transparent at the same time. And by the way, as I'm talking about this VIP stuff, if you are a spender in the game and you're interested in the VIP area and you feel like you may qualify for it, but nobody's ever reached out to you about it, I will happily get you in contact with somebody to, one, see if you qualify, and two, if you do, get you the extra help that you have earned. It's kind of like, you know, being a VIP at a casino or any other place. So if you feel like you might qualify for that and you are interested in, you know, their VIP program, hit me up on Discord or Facebook, either one, and I will help y'all out. I'll try to get y'all the answers that you're seeking. My goal is to help out everybody in this game. Doesn't matter if you are pure free to play or if you are the heaviest spender in the world. The heaviest spender that I know of that spent in a short amount of time was the guy that went from level 1 to level 60 in 3 weeks. That's the heaviest, like, individual, like, quick spender I've ever seen. But the biggest spenders in the game have spent 7 digits. And I'll let y'all do the math on how much that is. So everybody's allowed to spend what they have, right? I have no issue with anybody spending. Y'all spend whatever you want to spend. You got this month's treasury. See, this is difficult for me because I could actually get this one for free. But I want a ship pack one. Like, I want an interceptor pack. I want an interceptor pack. See, like, I can do the sealing rod. I could make it happen. But I want a interceptor ship pack treasury, not an ops building treasury. Not an ops building treasury. So I'm kind of stuck at the moment. Also, hey, Alan, I did just get it. Let me actually put it up on the screen. Thank you. Alan just donated to our super chat. Thank you so much. This helps out tremendously. And also when you donate to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, you help avoid all the stupid YouTube fees. So thank you for this. I appreciate any donation, how it comes. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. You're going to do the treasury so you can tier up Odo. See, I can't even get Odo. Like, it gives me 20 shards closer to Odo, but I'm nowhere close to Odo. I'm 18 out of 120 on Odo. So this doesn't help me at all. And I think it's a good treasury because I think the treasury every month is good. It would unlock Admiral Picard, but I'll be honest, I don't care. That doesn't do anything for me. So I've decided not to get this one, but I could. I've got a free one just sitting waiting. But I'm hoping next month has a better value for me. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's a good pack. It's a building pack. And sure, I can definitely use 13,000 crystal, 30,000 ore, the rares. I can definitely use the epics long term. It's just, I don't want an ops building pack. I want specifically, I want an interceptor pack. I want an interceptor treasury. That would be the most valuable to me because I've got the Defiant, the Talios, and the Pilum all needing love. That would be the most valuable to me. And the value, remember, the value for each treasury is going to vary based on what you need at that given time. So like me, I just happen to need more Tritanium and Interceptor stuff than I need anything else. But the value, like just pure Star Trek Fleet Command value to itself, a treasury is 150% roughly of a $100 pack. That's about what it is. So you're in the same boat, but I want an Explorer-based pack. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. And I think that if you are a spender, one of the things that you can spend every month that is a good value to you is the treasury. The treasury is basically a never fail, always good value. You just might not particularly be wanting that individual resource that month, but in terms of like what it is dollar to dollar, it's a good value. So are there Scopely plans for ship treasuries then? What do you mean, George? Because they've run ship packs already. Like they've done interceptor pack based treasuries before. They've done battleship focused treasuries before. They've already done that. Still so weird to me that we're doing these. Like I'm here for it. I'll do any armada you want me to do. But yeah. Oh wow, this is very rare. I'm the biggest boat here. This is very rare for me to be the biggest boat. I'm like never the biggest boat. That's very rare. Yeah, and George, look, so we there's not like a schedule they release saying, oh, this next upcoming. See, I wish they would, because I could actually plan my spending when I do want to spend. Like if I knew 3 months from now that there was going to be an interceptor based treasury, I would literally save and put aside $100 to make that happen in 3 months. Like if I knew it was happening, if I had time to save my poor broke money, I would. They don't tell us that. I wish they would, man. I mean, hey, they are masters at making money, and I'm not going to deny that Scopely is, but I don't know. My common sense is tell me what's coming so I can get my money ready. Tell me what's coming so I can spend. I'll promise I'll spend. Pretty certain last March or April was Battleship Treasury. It wasn't. I don't think it was last month. Draco, correct me if I'm wrong, but it might have been March, maybe. So keep in mind though, George, when we're talking about like how we would spend, we're not the target when it comes to their spending. You know, their Scopely VPs in the past have been pretty open that their goal is the highest level of spender. So, you know, it's the average Joe like me who buys the battle pass and the occasional $100 pack. Sure, they want that money, but that's not their focus. Their focus is to reel in those big fish who, when something rolls out, they drop thousands of dollars on it day one. You know, the people who new ship comes out, Titan A here, bam, they now have a tier 12 Titan A. Like that's who they're focusing. So gonna make a second go after the doctor and get a good bit towards tier 2, or hold off next set. Kevin, I can't tell you what the officers next month are. I can't tell you that. I can tell you that this month's officers both are valuable, and they're both very valuable long term. We don't know what the sourcing is yet, and we don't know what the officers are next month. So that's a calculated risk. I will tell you that in terms of value, this month's officers have very good value for the game. They do. And that's just the truth. And I think everybody in chat would agree. These officers this month are good. You be that well. Dude, Damien, there's nothing wrong with being that guy. Those people who spend this game are the reason this game is allowed to be available for those who don't want to spend it all. I have no issue with spenders. I mean, some people like get real salty with them. Like, why? They're just enjoying the game. They're just enjoying the game. So I would love to know how much actual money spent on some of these level 60 spots. Well, I mean, I told you a little bit earlier, Mark. I don't know if you heard, but the highest spenders in this game are 7 digits in. And if you can count $1, $10, $100, $1,000, $10,000, oh, keep going. And those are the ones that are the deepest in. If only getting one level 46 ship, what would you recommend, Pilum or Newton? I would recommend Pilum, Corey. But my rebuttal, or my second question to you, is how high would you be planning to take them? The drawback, there is a drawback to the Pilum now. The drawback to this absolutely fantastic ship that I love is 2 very, very, very important specialty ships also require the 4-star parts, both the crystal and the interceptor parts that this thing needs. And that is the Defiant and the Talios. The catch with the Newton is it takes a lot of ore, which is what you would use to upgrade your buildings. So they both have certain drawbacks. I'm personally willing to stick with the Newton. And stick with the Pilum, and I'm happy about that. But both have some individual drawbacks compared to the other. Both will be very effective in PvP. The Pilum's a little bit faster because it's an interceptor versus a battleship. But yeah, just letting people know how things work. Torres looks really long-term, though 10% rank 1s. Yeah, I mean, rank 1, and I've said this, the first 3 ranks of Torres, I don't care at all about. They're pretty trash. Rank 4 and rank 5 of Torres, I would kill to have. It's like if I could know the long-term sourcing of that would be optimal. But yeah. Yeah. Yay, stuff I don't need, but faction credits that I do need. So, okay. That's the main reason I care for the epic chest, is I need that. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this in. Get my ultra pull in. And away teams, can I pull the Saladin? I can. Get my 3 Saladin BPs for the day. So I can get another one scrapping at some point. Let's go check our away team missions. I haven't done that today. You're right, Abraham. Talios and the Defiant start taking 5-star. Both the Talios and the Defiant are scaled to level up into the 50s. So, will Voyager be another interceptor? Then it's like 4-part issue. Damien, I'm curious what they'll make Voyager, because they just released an Explorer in the Titan, and they just released an interceptor in the Talios and the Defiant, which would then, in terms of natural progression, say it'd be a battleship. But the problem with that is the Voyager is not a battleship. It was an explorer. In Star Trek canon, it is an explorer. And like, it's not maybe, wait. What the, Khan, what's on the pylon? What's on the pylon? Oh, son of... Okay. Well, this is my Apex hunting Actian Apex crew. Oh, man. So this is the crew that I use to do my Mantis in like 10 seconds. Oh, wow. I'm not even running a critical. Well, let's take you home real quick. Yeah, multitasking fail for sure. Wow. Jesus. Oh man. Oh man. I'm about to put myself in a video. I mean, so that's a great example of a crew that's not a bad crew, but it's very bad for what you're doing right now. Oh my God. This is what I use. to finish my mantis, and like, you know, I get more loot and I do it a lot faster with this. So you can only do this with a 4-star ship. Like, you're not going to do this with an Enterprise. But like with my Pylum, I go out with this 5 Tau Giorgio, and I think 5 hits fills up my Pylum's cargo, and yeah, it's a lot quicker. I go to take down the 49s. Yeah, I know, Kevin, we've all done it, but like, let's not lie. Y'all hold me to a higher standard. Y'all do. Oh my goodness. Zolatan, if somebody takes a clip of it, because you can clip here on YouTube too, just like you could on Twitch. If y'all clip it, I'll put it in my own Bad Crew video. I don't have a problem making fun of myself. If y'all clip it, I'll do it, because I want my reaction in it. My reaction was probably pretty funny. But yeah, let's go in here and swap this out real quick. There we go. You know how many PMCs I see on Armadas? Dude, Gustavo, like, I am a firm believer, and I'm not trying to be a jerk here. Honest to God, if I am an alliance leader, like a Commodore or an Admiral, and it's up to me, if you bring PMC to Armada, you get 1 warning. If you do it a second time, I'm kicking you from the alliance, and I will not accept you back until you specifically, 1, apologize for doing that, and then say you're not going to do it again. Armadas are that important to me. If you bring PMC to my Armada, out. Bye. Done. You better know what you're doing, because it's one thing, like, if you want to take PMC and do missions or even PvP, I honestly don't care. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do. But when your gameplay affects other people around you, we got a problem. We got a problem. So, yeah, well, that's an issue. You want to get kicked for bringing Tau? Technically, no, because I was still giving 5 and I had burning. So I was actually helping. But PMC, Derek, is Pike Morochin. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate it. So now that we got that, I can actually just go in here and take a nice little screenshot of Rev being a dum-dum. Here's a screenshot of Rev dum-dum. Oh, actually, this is fantastic. Look how this reads. Y'all can't see it. Let me take the donation bar down. Look how it reads. Because this is actually NESA's Armada. It reads that it was his ship. Ha ha! Suck it, NESA. You're the one with the crappy crew. Oh, man. You're the one with the crappy crew, not Rev. Ha ha! I'll put it in my own video, though. I think it's hilarious. Let me save this. Let's see. Rev, bad crew. Also, a few Armadas because someone brought PMC. Yep, exactly. What level system do you take your pylon from Andis? The highest one, 49. So when I use that crew that we were just talking about, you can see, like, I've skipped 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. I go straight to the 49s. I go here with my pylon, and I only hit these. I don't care about buffs, nothing. I just literally come here, smack these. I'm taking, when I'm running, I think I'm taking like 40,000 a hit. Actually, I might have done them last night, and I can actually show you. Let me see. Did I do these last night? There's a Borg we did last night. Borg. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. That time I only got 8,000. Look at this one. So yeah, I'm getting 42,000 per with research and 5. And just going in and doing it with my pylon. So it's going to go a maximum of 20 rounds. Can't go any longer because of how Tau works. So tier 1 Tau. Bam, bam, bam. It's only really viable on G4 ships, Gustavo. You're not going to take down a 49 with an Enterprise. I mean, you could still use it, but you'd probably be using it against, you know, like 44s and 45s. How much shields my pylon have it full? Let's see. I have 11.3 million and 20 million hull. Keep in mind that I'm only doing this because I didn't invest in my Mantis. I held off on investing in my mantis because the mantis for a long time was extremely inefficient in how it leveled. And now I'm reinvesting in the mantis. I'm actually doing all the mantis pulls now. I wasn't doing that. But what this method does, and we've talked about it plenty of times. I don't know why there's still people who don't know about it. We talked about it for an entire month and a half, 2 months. But this allows me to collect enough loot where I've got like 3 or 4 days worth, and then I just come back and do it again. So this is the whole thing of like when Tau got released. We talked about if you want to buy Tau for $50, this is why he's good. This is why he's good. Because me don't have Tau. I know that don't have Tau, Lord ass, but they still should be watching my content. And I've been talking about it for months. It's not like this is a new thing. I expect everybody to be devoted to me like you would be devoted to a spouse. I expect that level of devotion. Can Tau be boosted by Piker per card? They can. Yeah, Tau can be. I don't think they need to be, but they can be. Church of Rev? I mean, my name's Rev, so it makes sense. If you're going to make a cult, might as well be named Rev. My spouse is a little jealous over my devotion to you. Should be James, actually. In fact, think of it this way, James. I've got a merch store. And James, I don't remember if you've gotten merch, but I'll put it this way. There are people who have gotten merch. And the point I'm trying to make is, here's our merch store, by the way, if you want to check it out, help support the channel. There are people who wear my face on their body, but they don't wear their wife or their husband on their body. They're wearing me on their body. Just saying, if you follow a sports team and wear a jersey, if you follow a content creator and wear a t-shirt, you're part of a cult. You're obsessed with them. And I thank you. I thank you because your obsession feeds my 3 children. Get you a live long and plunder flag. Tell me this is not the greatest Star Trek logo for a game that you've ever seen in your life. Tell me it's not. Tell me it's not. I love the Booty Hunter series, but I really love the Live Long and Plunder. I'm waiting on this hoodie to come in the mail. I'm just saying. Saints suck. You suck, Damien. You suck. I don't care if you are well. If you don't like the Saints, you suck. You big suck. But appreciate y'all if you want to check out some merch. This does help out the channel greatly. And you get some cool stuff like the mouse pad is like one of our hottest items right now. This is how I know all of my demographic out there. Y'all are old as me. Like, we don't have a bunch of 18-year-olds playing this game. Y'all are all like in your 30s and 40s because the mouse pad is like, people buy more mouse pads than t-shirts. I think we've sold 0 of this t-shirt, but like a dozen of these mouse pads. Oh my God. The top things that sell in my merch store, mugs and mouse pads. We've literally sold more flags than we have t-shirts for the Live Long and Prosper. So, or Live Long and Plunder. So y'all nerds, I love y'all, but gosh, we're all old nerds. Just to give you a visual though, like real talk. Not only do y'all wear the merch, I love it when y'all send me the merch because I post it in my Discord. If y'all don't know, there's actually a channel on my Discord to show off like people's merch. So I don't think he's here right now, but shout out to Sherlock Ohms, who has one of the most fantastic usernames ever. Is from a military family. His wife is still currently serving in the Navy. His daughter actually just signed up. And this is on a Marine base. My flag is flying on a Marine base, which to me is the coolest. It's little things that most people probably think are stupid. To me is so freaking cool. My Live Long and Plunder flag is flying on a Marine base. And to me, that's just like pinnacle. Rev is a level of cool today. Maybe it's just today, but a level of cool today that not many people reach. That was just really cool. So that was just really neat. Anyway, back to the game. George, I'm glad you like it. It was I'll be honest, like, and I've told people this, I don't make a lot of money from merch. I really don't. You know, profit margins on print on demand stuff are really slim. To me, it's just exciting to have a community, and it's really cool to like see that out, you know? I think it's really cool. You need membership to see some of the merch? Nathan, so we have a monthly membership. By the way, if y'all do want to support monthly, the website allows you to do that. And we have movie night coming up this Saturday. I'm going to be the first time watching. Fifth Element, or I'm sorry, actually Demolition Man, I think is what y'all have chosen. We let the members choose what movie we watch. And I think we're watching Demolition Man. I've never seen it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, if you want to support monthly, you can. And that helps out tremendously. Forgot I existed for a minute. Damn, Barnabas, that hurts. Thank you for humbling me. I appreciate it. I appreciate the humbling. We do need some of that. You only wear sport tech fabric for the most part. Sometimes a soft tri blend. All right, Joseph. That's just, I don't even know what that means. That's too fancy. I'll love Demolition Man. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Goose says I'm one of the few in their early 20s playing this game. That's awesome, Goose. Like, I love that there's younger demographic, because having gotten to work in Star Trek beyond Star Trek Fleet Command, like getting to talk to writers, actually getting to go out and interact with, you know, Paramount type stuff. I'm not going to say too much, but there is a really, really nice new Trek fan base thanks to the new shows, and they're younger, and I think that's fantastic. That really excites me. So I absolutely love that. I love Star Trek, and I want other people to know and love Star Trek as well. So it makes me really, really happy. Starting random research. So, when you get as big as LMG, are you going to make your own screwdriver? Sure. Sure. Sport Tech is that wicking fabric like armor inserts. Joseph, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I have a dad bod, which is just a very polite way of saying that I'm over 30 and I'm fat. We don't look good in that skin type body armor stuff. Youngest guy in our alliance just turned 18. Wow. Dude, that is really cool. See, I love that. I love that. We need younger people to like Star Trek for Star Trek to last forever. So, yeah. Don't forget about us 50 pluses. I can't, Dad. I'll never forget about you, Dad. Sport Tech plus Chicken Dance, make it happen. Adam, there's not enough donations available right now. Like the amount of donations required for that level of embarrassment. Yeah, I love y'all, but I don't know about that. Don't know about that. I'm funny? Well, thank you, Joseph. My goal is to entertain y'all and inform y'all. That's literally my goal. I want y'all to laugh, and I want y'all to have a good time. I want y'all to be able to play the game and enjoy it. Benjamin, how you doing? Bikini plus Chicken Dance, Sugar Fat Man. We actually had this conversation on Twitch the other night. You literally could offer me 10 grand, and I would say no. I'm honest to God, I would not do it. I hate, and I'm sure there are plenty of other dad bods out there. I don't like how my body looks, and I definitely don't like how my body looks in a freaking bikini. So, no. But, you're halfway to 51. So, are you halfway to 51 because you're 50 and your birthday's in 6 months, or because you're 25? Next item for the merch store is a dad bod girdle. Oh, God. A girdle. Hank, you're killing me. You love to see Chicken Dance on YouTube? We don't do that on YouTube. YouTube's policies are very strict. I don't do anything that could be construed as not safe for work on YouTube. Has Scopa said anything about fixing the AC chat glitch that sometimes not posting Armada calls? I've not heard about that at all, just to be completely frank with you. Haven't heard about that at all. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Let me go. I'll do a solo. Let me do a Cardassian real quick. Let's see. Gonna launch a Armada if anyone is available to come. Depending who is, I'll launch a 45. Grip know what he looks like in a bikini? Or I don't know how I'll look in a bikini, but I feel like I'm a smart enough man to not need to see the visual to know what it looks like. So I feel like I don't need to see it to know that I don't want to see it. Big issue on our server, that in the game crashing randomly. I've honestly not even heard of that, Abraham. I mean, I've heard of it, but not being a widespread problem. If you have a ticket, I can try to look into it if they haven't been answering. I absolutely hate getting notifications from other people's solo armadas. See, I don't even have that. I don't even have that. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go just do this. Let's just do it. Just do it. See what happens. Just do it. See what happens. Is there a list of socks? Oh, Alan, if you want me to, I can make socks on my merch store. there a list of Armada crews I could use for reference? I mean, I've made several videos about Armadas. Nathan, I don't know what you have, but 5-6 Con, Kirkspot Con, Cisco Miles, Changeling Kira, Cisco Miles Lorca. I mean, are you running solo? Are you running regular? What are you doing? I mean, I can give you a whole list of Armada crews. Armadas are, I mean, I know I just made a video about this. We have a little bit too many Armadas, but they're all over the place, including one currently trying to creep onto my screen over there. Thank you, Doomsday Worm Mata. We're going to give you the attention that you were asking for. There you are. We acknowledge your existence. There you go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm using Cisco Miles Kirk on the Enterprise. Am I going to get a Rev Bad Crew video? Not at all. That's actually a good Enterprise crew. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Why would you think that's something wrong with it? You got critical, multiple shots, and forever shields. As long as somebody brings Lorca, you're really punching. That's a good crew. Good crew. Finally caught a stream live and not after the fact. Well, welcome in, Carboro. I will tell you that we're probably not going to be live too much longer, but if you got questions, thoughts, bring them in. Bring them in. We're here for them. I'm here to answer and help in any way that I can. I really enjoy it. I truly do. I enjoy helping the content, other content creators. I love helping players. I get joy out of it. We do an update on Armada crews and solos. Well, that's the thing, Benjamin. My last solo Armada crew video is still literally relevant. Like 100%. You can still use that same thing, and it's just as accurate then as it is now. Honestly, don't even think it needs an update. If you put some printed tights in your merch store, I might not be able to resist. Melody, I can do that. Send me a message on Discord. I'll do it tonight I'll actually do it today after the stream if you want to. There are multiple types. The reason I say that, Melody, is there are actually multiple types of tights. So I'd probably want to get your idea of what style you were thinking about. And yes, if anybody wants something specifically made, I will make something custom for you. Because you're supporting my channel. Of course I'm going to do that. I don't know why people wouldn't. Like, of course. But like if you shoot me a message right now, I can actually show you like all the different types available for like leggings and stuff. And we'll get set up. Does Hughes blow deck ability work against Armadas? Nope. Hughes blow deck ability only works against hostiles. Only works against hostiles. Hey, I gave a warning. What kind of ship do you think Voyager's going to be? An Explorer. Explorer. Hey, Pegasus, how you doing? Am I streaming tonight? I am streaming tonight, John, on Twitch. We stream Wednesday nights on Twitch. So if y'all haven't followed the Twitch channel, come on, join us over there. Yeah, we'll be streaming tonight on Twitch. So my plan is now I'm going to finish this live stream. And then after this, I've got to do some Star Trek Fleet Command work. I'm going to try to reach out to the overlords to cover some issues. I've got some tickets I got to try to expedite. I'm going to work on merch. If some of y'all want us to work on merch, I've got to make a video for my football YouTube channel doing a film study. And then I stream tonight. So today, Wednesdays are usually 12 to 14 hour days for me. So I'm using 5-6 Con, Cisco, Changeling, Kira, Miles, and Riker, Bev, Lorca for my 3 crews for solos. Is there a better option? I think that's fine. Riker, Bev, Lorca is a good crew. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. It depends on what you have, like tier-wise, Josh. But I mean, that's a good 3 crews. Carboro, yo, shout out to Server 89 and the Alliance BOHI, which stands for Barbarians on Human Intellect. Barbarians originate from Higara Incantus. I don't know what it stands for. I'm making up stupid stuff. But thank you for supporting. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Whatever it stands for, thank you. Whatever it stands for, thank you. Let's go getting over a viral chest infection. That sounds terrible. Just about to max the Augur next, Kelvin or Katinga. I would say either. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Probably I'd lean you towards the Katinga though, just because Kelvin is going to take too many resources for what a pilot could take, and Defiant and Talia is so important. So, Beacon of Lost Souls. Oh, that's a BOHI stands for Beacon of Lost Souls. How does that make any sense? Bald old hippies inside? Hey, it's me. It's me. Yeah. Rev, out of curiosity, does Picard's ability apply to lower deck officers? It does not. No, neither Pike nor Picard apply to below deck abilities. Oh, look, people came. Yay! People came to my Armada. Woohoo! Hey, Anubis, if you need help, you can always hit me up on the Discord. Good to see Anubis. He hasn't really been logging in much lately. So, good to see Anubis. Let's see. Looks like we're going to get that one pew-pewed. Old hippies never die. They just smell that way. Yikes. Yikes. I found out using Luke, Crew, Cisco, Miles, Change Kira, and a Hurricane with Kirk, Spock, all 3 serious buff to beat Armada rares. Nothing else works. Nice. Is Pylum the better 46 out of the 3, or is it a matter of preference? It's mostly a matter of preference these days. There was a point in the game where it probably was, you know, single-handedly the best, but it honestly is a matter of preference now. It's a matter of preference now because we have all these buildings and researches and stuff. These ships have gotten so strong. You know, we were actually talking about it on my Twitch stream the other night, and because we had some level 60s in the chat, and back when they were my level, they needed a Valdor to be like tier 7 or even tier 8 to be this strong. Like, you see my Valdor is 16.8 million right now in dock. This is a tier 5, blank tier 5, like no extra parts. Just a straight tier 5 pylon right at 17 million power. Back in the day, you would have needed to be tier 7 or tier 8 to push that out. We have so many bonuses because of research and like this new building. Look, I've got 112 to each right there. And then you got all these officer bonuses that make it to where you're almost guaranteed to max out, even if you're in the 30s, your officer bonuses because of the stats. You got another 100% from there. It's like having, you know, prime officers and primes. And then you've got your building up here that gives you another officer stat bonus, and all these new researchers that have come out for the 20s and 30s and 40s players. There's just so much out now that, yeah, it's very different. Yeah, Fenris, my enterprise also is right at 10 million. So if I manage, swap, enterprise, I think am I not getting all my officer bonuses? Oh, I am. It's a 9.939. I bet if I put it on the pylon slot though, because I've got the below deck abilities, it would be 10. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, Kevin, I love the Coronar as well. They just didn't ask about the Coronar. You know, but yeah, I love the Coronar as well. All of them are good. It really is a preference. Like, I don't regret going, you know, Klingon Romulan focus. I don't regret it. I used to see 8 million power Ents and wonder how. Now my Enterprise at Ops 43 is over 9 out of dock. Exactly. And that's just because of all these new buildings and all these new researches. And, you know, it's, you're able to do things that you before, or, you know, your predecessors weren't able to do. So I'm currently blowing through researches right now because we have an event about doing 100 researches, and I'm kind of doing that. So man, I need to do all of these, but start upgrading all my Titan A stuff. To do all of your fleet commander skills, I'll be honest, I don't honestly check my fleet commanders like ever. I rarely check this, but I probably should check it more often. So can't upgrade that anymore till that I can upgrade. Yeah, I can unlock that. Let's see what we got down here. Swarms, don't care about that. Acti and Venom rewards. Ooh, okay, I think I've got Borg nanoprobes on, so I'd rather have that. And I can't upgrade it till 30. I definitely would rather have that. I can't upgrade that till 35. So the only one I could do is this one right here. So yeah, I'm good. Hey, what's up, Gonzalez? How you doing? Upgrade if you can, they count. Okay, there you go. Unlock. There's you another research. That helps the Valdor. Slightly. but I would have to go into my refinery. Got on a command center, and where is Kirk? So give us some Kirk SP. Yeah, you're right, Adam. But meh, 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 meh. We give Curly a star real quick. $20. There you go. All right. Yeah, everything is research Gustavo. And this, again, keep in mind that I've been complaining about power creep for so damn long. And this is why. I could also check out my Locutus. Oh, wow. Locutus has got plenty of things. It's just I'm not really using Locutus. Let's see. Increased damage against solos. Oh, okay. We'll take that. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. There we go. Let's do some Locutus upgrading based on y'all's preferences. Let's see. Increase armor piercing shield against solos. Against Borg solos. What's this? All mitts versus players. How to unlock Locutus? Spend money. Spend money. The secret to unlocking Locutus is spending money. Who knew it was that easy? Who knew it was that easy? So let's back out and go back to our buddy Kirk. Let's do this. We'll just upgrade these, and there's that. I hate to waste some of these though. What was this one? Against fed hostiles. Just hate to be using these for stuff I'll never turn on. I'll never use the warp speed. I guess I'll do the Romulan rep one. I think my grandson will inherit my account will get your next officer there. I think my Spock, because that's my second one I'm free to play grinding. I'm 60 out of 150. So pretty terrible drip. Pretty terrible drip. Is there a free to play source for the rare and epic ship abilities? No. No. There's not. All right, so let me go ahead and do, just in case I ever want to do that, let's just go ahead and upgrade this. Anyone else just tired? Nope. I'm actually pretty happy. Well, Jordan favors do count, Sugar Fat Man. Yeah, but Jordan favors are everything's basically a research in this game. Honestly, like if you unlocked a projectile skin, that would count too. Projectile skins, artifacts, Jordan favors, fleet commander skills. All those are just researches. They're just fancy researches, but they're all researches. Everything is a research. Everything is a research. All right, let's see how far we got. Let's see how far we got. You're out of Bajoran favors? Well, I mean, maybe you could do like I did, and I'm now 4 away from the second milestone, or the third milestone, because Adam made me blow through all of my fleet commander stuff. So I'll blame Adam. I'll blame Adam. Oh, rare. Yeah. Thank you. I get a lot of this crappy dust. There we go. So. Where do you use those rares? I mean, where I've been using them, I just don't have a call for them yet, Gustavo. I did some assaults research in the Starship tree. I have done like one assaults research, but assaults. Assaults. Gross. Disgusting. Disgusting. All right, so we won the 2 rares I launched. How much is in my goody chest? There we go. Really need the goody chest to pay out. Honestly, we could be doing the 50s. Because I got a Crozier and a Northcutt and a Corvus here. I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go down here. Mortal Kombat. Test. Oh my. There we go. We did a few assaults just because we wanted to get certain buildings up. How dare you? How dare you do such a terrible mechanic? When is the next Star Trek series? Obi, right now, no new Star Trek series are coming out because there's a writer's strike going on. So at the moment, no new Star Trek series. Writer's strike. Writer's strike. How much does it show in epic chest and rare chest and 50 Armada? Keep in mind that I've also got research that makes this better. There you go. Enjoying the background music coinciding with the assault discussions. It was actually, George, the word is cow, not no, but it's very close. The rares? I don't think there's any rares in that system, is there? Are there rares in here? Yep, there's rares. There you go. I'm holding 53 till I maximum Jordan favors. It seems to be a very profitable spot for loot. It is Hell's Cats. If you remember, I made a video about camping at 49, and my next goal is to get people to 53 and sit. Like if you're going to sit, that's your strategy, I think those are like really good places to do it. So. All right, mining. Let's see, we got anything over here? Building. Nope, nope, we're good. It really wants me to unlock this treasury though. Not gonna do it. Still not gonna do it. Are you seeing 7-9 being more valuable than Locutus? I don't have 7 of 9. 7 of 9 makes assimilate semi-decent. 7 of 9 makes assimilate semi-decent. I love how you say recruit commanders if that's an option. You mean buy commander. Buy commander. I can't recruit her. Not recruitable. I do love the Burrell, the TOS Enterprise, the Enterprise D, and the Deradex back there. I guess it's supposed to actually be the Rotaran. That's not a Burrell. That's a Rotaran in the game. But I do love background drops here. These are next generation Enterprise D chairs from like season 1, if I remember right. Yeah, pretty background. I do love the. You got the background of the actual station back there. Though it's a static image, so nothing's moving, which they could have made that into a moving background. Yeah. You recruit them with money. Love it, Adam. So you can recruit a lot of people in your life with money. Not people that we're going to talk about here on YouTube, but maybe we'll talk about them on Twitch later. The type of people that you can recruit for a short time with money. You can definitely potentially do that if you wanted to. So, USS MasterCard, NCC $100. Haha, Pegasus. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't 7 of 9 cost more than $100? Wasn't she more than $100? I feel like she was more than $100. What time do you stream on Twitch? 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so roughly 5 hours from now. She was 99. Earth, I'm going to throw my mouse at you. I'm going to throw my mouse at you. Are G5 BPs available without going faction store? Like, are they grindable? The technical answer, and some of our big players can confirm, is yes. But you got to get so way out there, man. So way out there. 160 if you live in Canada like me. Yeah, Gary, keep in mind that Scopely doesn't control the conversion. They only set the US price. I got 99 problems, but 781. Fair. You paid less using Amazon coins. Nice, Jason. I actually signed a contract with Amazon coins again, and I'm waiting on them to give me the go-ahead to run those promotions again. But I'm waiting for my new link to get created and everything. But yeah, I managed to get. I'm waiting, so I've been waiting for like a week. But yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right, we are at an hour and a half, y'all. I need to wrap up so that I can prep other content and apparently make socks and leggings on the merch store and then get ready for stream night. And I also got to make a YouTube video for my football channel. So I'm going to wrap up today. It's been a lot of fun. I think we got a lot of good info on the stream. We covered a lot of cool things. So, hey, y'all remember, you're amazing. You're appreciated. Thank you, everybody that was here. Before y'all head out, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If there's anything that I can do for y'all, doesn't matter what it is, please hit me up on Facebook or Discord or anywhere. I appreciate y'all. I'm even on Twitter if y'all use the Twitter thing. So live long and prosper. Stay safe with those Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch y'all on the next Star Trek Fleet Command live stream and video, which is literally every day here and on Twitch. Howdy. Catch you later. Roll the outro.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.